Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. Some of Montgomery County's young residents had the opportunity to have their voices heard at a teen town hall meeting held at the council office building. Susan Kennedy was there and she has more on the story. Susan?
Lorna, this is the third time that the County Council has held a town hall meeting specifically designed for young people. It's a chance for them to come out and talk to them about issues that are on their minds.
But this is a night that we set aside to hear from you, your perspective on things that matter to you. Because quite frankly, we need our county to work for you.
Dozens of students of all ages were on hand to express their ideas and concerns.
What are your concerns with the plan?
To council members. From school funding to transportation, the conversation made it clear these young people are genuinely concerned about their future as county residents.
I travel from the Wheaton area all the way up here every morning, every afternoon to and from school. And I usually find myself taking the metro because the ride-on takes too long.
Do you think that previous actions in relation to the budget and other actions in relation to our school system have changed the culture between the Board of Education and the County Council?
The live event also invited those who couldn't attend to send their questions via Twitter. Some of the evening's youngest participants came prepared with a proposal for council members to spur economic development in the Burtonsville Crossroads community.
And we wanted to build an international food play area and movie theater, and then you can, and then you can fill up all jobs and all. Helps with the unemployment rate.
We take very seriously our responsibility to try and create a better economy, more jobs.
And we can also give people money to pay for their taxes, for their food, for their water, and for their shelter.
This informed group of young residents engaged the council on a level well beyond their years.
How can we support schools which have high population of minority students who are first generation and simply not prepared for college?
We have to make sure that all of our students are able to be prepared for 21st century, because guess what? Especially in the Latino community, in the year 2050, 120 million people in the United States will be Latino. It's not just because it's the right thing to do, it's because the socioeconomic future of this country depends on that. So
in Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
In Snowden's Mill.
For 2 years, the residents of 3 neighborhoods in the Forest Glen area of Silver Spring weathered major road improvements that incorporated environmentally conscious features. This week, they celebrated, along with the county executive, the completion of what appears to be the greenest streets in the county. These are brand new streets, sidewalks, and curbs. But more than that, it is a comprehensive green approach to the county's transportation infrastructure.
In this case, we were able to combine not just the transportation needs, but the environmental needs as well, with a very enhanced stormwater management upgrades as well. This is a collaboration that we will continue, not just here, but throughout all of Montgomery County, because it provides us with the ability to more effectively utilize the resources that we have, to prioritize those communities that need the help most urgently, and to make certain that we use those resources in a way that benefits our community.
The Green Streets Initiative brought a total of 24 environmental features tied to the road construction, from preserving existing trees in the right-of-way to installing rain gardens and bioswales that channel runoff water in order to reduce pollution and improve water quality in a nearby stream.
They are designed so they keep the water very close to where it falls and let it percolate down into the groundwater. And so we had rain gardens, and we have what's called bioswales that capture the water and hold it and let it percolate down.
Most of the targeted roads in Forest Glen were in very poor condition, so 17 lane miles of road were removed and replaced. The project lasted 2 years, and neighborhood homeowners associations were fully engaged in the process. At the end, the streets within 3 neighborhoods and 1,200 homes are completely upgraded.
The level of communication between the county and the residents was just off the charts, really surprising. Daily emails, daily calls, and worked hard to address neighborhood concerns. The quality of work is fantastic, and boy do we love, we have brand new streets. They didn't just pave, didn't just patch, didn't just put a new layer on. They dug everything up and rebuilt our streets new, and our sidewalks and our curbs. So the curb appeal, the street appeal, we're a walking neighborhood, we love our new sidewalks. So we're very happy for the investment.
Councilmember Valerie Irvin held a press conference to highlight a new initiative that would create a food recovery effort in the county. It is hoped this new effort will help provide low-income residents of the county with assistance, as well as give a boost to the area's nonprofits.
The Council's implementation work group must submit its interim report to the Council by March 31st of next year and a final report by July 1 of 2013. I'm very happy to report that a couple of hours ago, my colleagues on the County Council unanimously co-sponsored this effort, which doesn't happen very often. So we are off and running, and I'm feeling very encouraged by the enthusiasm of my colleagues this morning.
Executive Legate and event organizers held a press event to promote the World of Montgomery Festival that will take place later this month. World of Montgomery celebrates the diverse cultural heritages in the county through food, music, dance, visual art, and storytelling. This year's International Village exhibition will focus on the 4 countries with the largest immigrant populations in Montgomery County: China, El Salvador, Ethiopia, and India. Other festival highlights include international crafts, a pupusa cook-off, 2 stages of live entertainment, cooking demonstrations from local international chefs, crafts, and community service projects for children and youth.
We want you to leave here inspired, motivated, and a part of a great community that welcomes all people. Continue to bless this event with your participation, with the resources, if you can, to help us, with bringing out your family, people who look different, people who have a different understanding of what Montgomery County is about, because we want everyone to feel a part of this. Congratulations. I feel proud to be the county executive of such a very, very fine county with so many different people from all over the world, and we'll welcome you, and we hope that you will be a part of this great celebration.
World of Montgomery will take place on Sunday, October 21st from noon to 5 p.m. at the Wheaton Triangle in Wheaton. When we come back, the fire department does a demonstration to show us how to prevent home fires. And video cameras are becoming an important communication tool in transportation. We'll tell you how.
On Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer, coming up next, we'll tell you about an exciting new addition to Rockville Town Center when County Report This Week continues.
Drop, cover, hold on. That's the message of the Great Shakeout at Montgomery College on October 18th at 10:18 a.m. It's our chance to practice how to protect ourselves in the event of an earthquake. Plus, you'll also learn other important emergency preparedness tips. Join in.
Save time on Election Day. Vote between October 27th and November 1st at one of 5 early voting centers in Montgomery County. Hours are 10 to 8, except Sunday when hours are noon to 6. Early voting centers are located at Bauer Drive Recreation Center, Germantown Recreation Center, Praisner Recreation Center, Executive Office Building, and Silver Spring Civic Building. Visit 777vote.org during the early voting period for wait time information. You choose the location and date. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Rockville Town Center has been ready for the second phase of its redevelopment since 2005. But after weathering the tough economic downturn, things are back on track. And now, thanks to a $4 million conditional grant from the county, a new project is set to launch. Our Rockville 11 Bridget Breuer has the story. Bridget?
That's right, where I'm standing right here at the Regal Row parking lot in Rockville Town Center will soon be home to a brand new mixed-use development, thanks in part to support from the city and the county. Ground hasn't broken yet, but Montgomery County, in partnership with the city of Rockville, wanted to announce their support of the new Duval project set to start this year in the Regal Row parking lot.
The start of a very exciting phase 2, basically, in my terms, of Rockville Town Square. It is the private sector coming in, as we had always expected they would after the town center was built.
Town Square has been very successful with the retail and housing and its proximity to the metro. It really needs a hotel component. It's been a void.
In the lodging sector alone, there is no greater indicator of economic success than building hotels, especially hotels geared to the needs of frequent business travelers and leisure travelers on weekends.
The project will be located right across the street from the new Choice Hotels International World Headquarters and will include approximately 250 residences, a Cambria Suites hotel, and 17,000 square feet of street-level retail, plus public and private parking. County and city officials were on hand to support the project.
This area we're here on right now is truly an opportunity that needed to be developed, and it is truly in every way a choice location.
Well, we're working to make sure that we fulfill the promise that we made some time ago, that is to have a vibrant town center, and I think that with this project it moves forward in completing the last phase of that.
Councilmember Bridget Newton gave her remarks on behalf of the mayor and city council.
Bringing a hotel to our town center has been not just a goal of the Town Center Action Team, it has been an economic development and planning goal for many, many years.
The backdrop of all of it is that we've been through some of the toughest economy in decades. And for ground to still be broken on new projects and people to be opening up big new businesses in Rockville is just a great testament to why people believe it's a good idea to be here in Rockville.
Keep it on Rockville 11 as we continue to cover the progress of this project this fall. For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Breuer in Rockville Town Center.
And here's Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation with an update on how some video cameras are working to help you avoid traffic congestion. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. County Cable Montgomery, working with MCDOT's Transportation Management Center, has enhanced traffic camera coverage during the morning and evening rush hours. You'll now be able to check road conditions for your commute much more conveniently. Instead of seeing just one camera at a time, you now see the view from 4 cameras at once, with each view organized by category: interstates, major arterials west of and including Maryland 355, major arterials east of Maryland 355, and all the remaining cameras. Also listed will be major traffic incidents. This improvement will make it possible to view every one of the county's 200 cameras every 4 minutes. Before the change, the same viewing took over 15 minutes. You can view the new format on Montgomery County Cable directly or via our website at montgomerycountymd.gov. And you can still call up specific camera images on the website too. We're working to keep you moving.
Every year, home fires kill over 2,500 people and injure thousands of others. October is Fire Prevention Month, and the county's fire chief, Richard Bowers, along with other officials, held a demonstration to illustrate how easily a home can burst into flames when safety and prevention are not at hand. A report recently released listed the top causes of home fires. The demonstrations included a kitchen fire, home heating fire, and a mattress fire. This so that the residents can take steps to protect themselves.
The next couple of months are an especially busy time of year for our firefighters and paramedics here in this region. The simplest thing a family can do to protect themselves from a fire is to have a working smoke alarm on every floor, all right, every level of the house. Recent surveys conducted by our firefighters and paramedics after serious fires here in Montgomery County have found that nearly 50% of the smoke alarms checked did not work.
When we come back, we take you to a safe haven for domestic violence victims. And a local ESOL teacher has been highly recognized by the White House. Stay tuned. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. In Montgomery County, there's a safe place where victims can get help that might save their lives. Since the Family Justice Center opened its doors in 2009, over 4,000 families have been assisted. The services range from care to court. My MC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
I'm inside the Family Justice Center, a one-stop shop for domestic violence victims. This high-tech tool at the center is a video hookup that allows a victim to testify in front of a judge for a protective order without having to be in the courtroom.
They're not as isolated as they might be if they come into the courtroom. It's not as daunting or as frightening.
We're probably the only center in the country that has this. It is such an innovative practice.
Victims can also receive free counseling, immigration, and legal help at the center that is located inside the Eagle Building at Jefferson Plaza in Rockville.
Prior to this, among all the other barriers that victims faced, they would have to go to as many as 17 different locations. It became very frustrating for them, and they sort of just give up after a while.
We've helped already, I think, in the few years that we've been here, over 4,000 people from over 100 countries have come into this center to be given assistance. We're here, we're multilingual, we can help you no matter what part of our community you are from.
Anna Valdez is a domestic violence survivor. Today, she's trying to help others escape and end the abuse cycle.
I do prevention education against domestic violence, and my goal is not to put females or males in jail, is to prevent.
The Family Justice Center is designed to relax and comfort visitors. There's a playroom for kids, and there's snacks. There is no fee. Almost all the art, furniture, food, and toys have been donated.
What I'm most proud of is the community involvement with the Family Justice Center.
All of the people in Montgomery County should feel that we are very fortunate to have a Family Justice Center. We should be very proud.
Main function of government, one of the two most important things are changing lives and saving lives, and the people here are doing that.
For County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
This week, the council received a semi-annual report from the Montgomery County Planning Board. Council members have asked planners to add Stage 4 of the Clarksburg Master Plan to its work plan. It is a request that has some concern about how future development could affect the watershed of the 10-Mile Creek.
We've seen that when development takes place, and it's no surprise when you move this kind of earth around, you do have an impact on fragile ecosystems, and 10 Mile Creek is a very fragile ecosystem. And so what we want to make sure, and what we said from the very beginning, is we would revisit our development plans going forward in light of our experience, and that's basically all we're asking planning staff to do. Is if before we go forward with Stage 4 development, we had said we'd pause, assess, and decide whether or not we can go forward under what terms and conditions. And that's what we're asking our planning board to do. That's what the planning board has asked us to authorize them to do.
With this being such an environmentally sensitive area, it is extremely imperative for us to not only consider the economic development opportunities, the jobs, and the infrastructure that we promised to Clarksburg, but also balance that with its impact on the environment. And so I think that we have to hold our developers accountable and make sure that if they are going to proceed with a plan, that it makes sure that it has the utmost protections for our environment.
A group of students from Montgomery College had a fascinating experience recently. Not only did they study about this country's Appalachian region, but they got to visit, experience, and learn about its rich wonder and deep history. Danielle Stetsky has the details.
Lisa Latour is a honorary student at Montgomery College and part of the college's STEAM Renaissance Scholars Program. She was among 13 students selected to travel to Kentucky and Tennessee to learn more about the history and culturally important aspects of the Appalachian region.
I guess I expected when I was driving down there that you would see like a billboard entering Appalachia.
As Lisa found out, there was no billboard showing the beginning or the end of the Appalachian region, but a wealth of different experiences to learn about and absorb. The Appalachian region follows the spine of the Appalachian Mountains, from southern New York to northern Mississippi. The college's program coordinator had the specific goals in mind when choosing this region for their educational journey.
We wanted to be able to take students to somewhere close to Maryland, but still
culturally, politically, socially very distinct.
As the trip went on, both the students and teachers discovered much about this fascinating region, including how much the people there could teach them about the region's history.
I think that what really jumped out day after day on the trip was how important local knowledge was. One student was talking to me and he said, I get it now, it's a puzzle and we're putting the puzzle pieces together. And those puzzle pieces were really constructed by the people we talked to.
The students on the trip represented a variety of backgrounds and majors, ranging in age from 18 to 43. Once on the road, they visited a frontier nursing service, a coal mine museum, a college farm and forest, and a civil rights learning center, as well as the Great Smoky Mountains. One of Lisa's favorite parts of the trip was meeting with a brother of 2 students that were in the first class to graduate from a local high school after desegregation.
Growing up in a town, my being from the north, I really have not seen that happen, but knowing that he did not go to school up until 8th grade with anybody but other African American or black children. So that really hit home to hear the personal experiences.
Upon returning, they brought their studies full circle, conducting researching projects related to the trip. For County Report this week in Germantown, this is Danielle Stesky reporting.
Sylvia Rodriguez McDonald, an ESOL teacher at Lois P. Rockville Elementary School, has been named to the White House Champions of Change program. The first-generation Cuban-American used her own experiences to connect with a rapidly growing ESOL population at her school.
At Lois P. Rockville Elementary School, a teacher has been recognized as a White House Champion of Change. Sylvia Rodriguez McDonald, a first-generation Cuban-American, was honored for her work with the school's rapidly growing English for Speakers of Other Languages, ESOL, population.
When I went to school, I only knew Spanish, and it was very challenging for me, not just in my elementary years, but basically my whole school career until I became an adult. So I felt the need to educate children and help them learn the English that they need in school to be successful.
For a school that had minimal diversity 8 years ago, McDonald's multicultural background was a welcome addition to the staff.
Sylvia has taken what she does for ESOL students and educated everyone in the building about how to work with kids that come in with different backgrounds, and it's great to have that highlighted in something as awesome as being a champion of change at the White House.
With the ESOL program, Mrs. McDonald is able to pull them out and meet their needs, and also to support us so that when we have the teaching time that we have with them, they start to have the understanding of the language, especially with the academic languages.
I feel that my multicultural background is an asset to my teaching students because it helps them relate to me and it helps me relate to them and their needs, and it gives them a feeling of belonging. And I'm also respectful of the many cultures that I teach and help the students learn from each other about other cultures.
Rodriguez joins other education champions from across the nation who also set a strong example in the classroom. They will share stories and ideas on inspiring students to excel in school and life. When we come back, we invite you to a town hall meeting with the county executive and tell you how to schedule your free flu shot. We'll be right back.
Montgomery College President Dr. Darian Pollard invites the college community to engage with her at her interactive town hall meeting Tuesday, October 16th at 12:30 p.m. Watch and participate online or check out a rebroadcast on MCTV. Discovery Communications and MC are teaming up to present a series of lectures for students. Presented by Discovery executives, the goal of each event is to assist students in being proactive about their career choices. The next in the series is set for October 17th on the Rockville campus. The Athenaeum Symposia Speaker Series returns to MC's Germantown campus this fall with an impressive and varied schedule of speakers. All lectures are free and open to the public. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Here is another opportunity to voice your opinion, in this case, directly to Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett. On Tuesday, October 23rd, the executive will host a town hall meeting starting at 7:30 p.m. at Rosa Parks Middle School in Olney. The executive's popular town meetings have drawn thousands of residents who take advantage to say what's on their minds and share their ideas and concerns. The town meeting is free and open to all and will be videotaped by County Cable 6. Here is a revamped tool to give you easier access to the county's Department of Health and Human Services. Its website has been redesigned for easier navigation. The new site displays information on more than 100 programs in an easy-to-read format that includes eligibility requirements, office locations, and frequently asked questions. Here is the new site. Also, we would like to remind residents that the seasonal flu vaccination clinics will start at the end of this month. Montgomery County clinics will offer free vaccinations by appointment only. To make an online appointment, visit the county's website or call 311. In our Pet of the Week segment, let's go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society. Kathy brings us a male dog that needs adoption.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and we are here with something very, very special today. This is one of the littlest dogs I've ever met. This is Tingo. He's about 7 months old. We're calling him a Boston Chihuahua because we believe he's a Chihuahua mixed with a Boston Terrier. As you can see, he's tri-colored, mostly black, a little white and a little tan, and he is sweet and he is scared. He's been here several weeks already, and usually the little dogs get taken pretty quickly, but for some reason, he hasn't found a home yet, and he's so little, and he just doesn't deserve to be with the bigger dogs around here. He needs a home. He's very, very friendly, very, very sweet. He's a little timid at first. I just got to know him a little while ago, and he was shaking terribly, but now he's been sitting in my lap for about 10 minutes, and he's calmed down, and he's settled right in, so he wants to go home with you. He really does. This little dog needs a home. And we're in the middle of the Rachel Ray ASPCA $100,000 challenge right now. It goes until October 31st. We are desperately trying to adopt 300 animals more this time period than we did last year. So we need your help, and this is a dog that you want to come down and adopt right away. Remember, his name's Tingo. He's tiny. He's not going to get much bigger. He's got little tiny feet, and he really does like to cuddle. He really is a sweetheart. So come on down and meet Tingo. Come to the animal shelter. We're right off Goody Road in Rockville. You can visit Tingo on the web at mchumane.org, or you can give us a call at 240-773-5967. You definitely want to see Tingo, and you definitely want to take him home with you.
Now we head outdoors and take some tips from our friends at Brookeside Gardens on how to plant bulbs this time of year.
Hi, I'm Phil Normandy, Plant Collections Manager at Brookeside Gardens here in Wheaton, Maryland. Fall at Brookeside Gardens means a lot of things, but to most of our gardeners it means bulbs, fall bulbs, thousands of them, all over the place, so that you can have this marvelous show of thousands of square feet of bulbs next spring at Brookeside. But to do that, you need to be planting them now. Here I have 3 types of commonly available bulbs you're likely to find in your own garden center. Let me show you how the proper way is to plant them. First of all, you have to plant them in the right direction, pointy side up. With any bulb, you want to plant it 3 times the diameter of the bulb in depth. So if you have a little bulb, you plant it shallow. If you have a big bulb, you plant it deep, like so. There's no need to stomp on the ground. There's no need to add fertilizer. There's no need to do anything. Bulbs are planted in the fall because they're going to grow roots throughout the fall in order to pump up that leaf and flower, which is already inside this bulb, ready for next spring. So enjoy planting your bulbs in this beautiful fall weather and hope for the best.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching.